Welcome. Hashtag #TheVersaShow is part of an entertainment podcast that exercises our freedom of speech. Our conversations, opinions, debate on a certain topic is not to offend anyone in any source. For that being said, enjoy the show.
Yo, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen, what is happening, and welcome to another special, spectacular edition here on Hashtag #TheVersaShow. And you already know who I am. I am the host, the one that you have vote, the GOAT, the Versa. And you guys make sure that you do these three things. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell at the same time. Oh man, listen, look, it's some crazy things that's happening here on Hashtag #TheVersa. I'm not even gonna say here on Hashtag #TheVersaShow really, but what I will say is that there's some interesting things happening that's going on around the world that I really want to address. You know what I'm saying? And that most likely would be a news talk, you know. But other than that, you know, somebody said to me, like, yo, Versa, that sports talk that you had, that was interesting. That was very interesting, you know. And I'm like, listen, I'll get into some more sports talks, you know, more into football, you know what I'm saying? Because we are getting close to the Super Bowl. And at the same time, you know, there was some heavy games. I saw the Bills. They played Denver, I believe. The Buffalo Bills played Denver. And also, too, on the last episode, the previous episode, when it was on Sports Talk, and I was talking about the New Jersey Jets, what I meant to say was the New Jersey Nets. All right, my fault, man. It was just my fault. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, the New Jersey Nets. So sorry about that, y'all. But anyway, listen, let's go ahead and we'll get to some straight up vibe talk. But once again, the news talk part is just something that's gonna be more sentimental. But I just want to get to some vibe talk. You feel what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get into some vibe talk. Now hold on. See, you guys already got your little beats in the background, and I'm always late when it comes to getting my source of instrumental. You know what I mean? But hold on. Let me get my instrumental on. But first of all, let's go ahead and get into some vibe talk. All right, vibe talk, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, how is everybody doing? How is everybody 2025 going? I tell you one thing. 2025 is not really going well for some people, and you know, and I just hope that everybody just get their mindset correct when it comes to 2025. It's a new year, a new breed, a new you. So let's just start 2025 off correctly. You feel me? What I'm saying? Starting off right, starting off healthy, you know, but even at the same time, you know, I was working one day, you know what I'm saying? And then this girl comes out and talking about she was outside for like 25 or 30 minutes. But apparently it seemed to me that this girl can't read, okay? So, but I'm over here and I'm like, this dumb over here just making all types of stupid you know what I'm saying? But, you know, look, I helped her out, right? And by me helping her out, she's over here tripping. She's tripping. So I walked away. She was like, you walking away doesn't really mean anything. Woo, 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 woo. Man, listen. The good me went out and the hood me came in. And next you know, I'm over here start calling her and what do you know? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but it just, you know, people's mindset at times, you know, I'm just like, what's going on with them? You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But Anyway, that's not stopping me from 2025 for me surviving all the time. You get what I'm saying? And it's always about moving forward, pushing forward, and your best abilities to make the negative, right, and turn it into a positive. Got to hide the negative and accentuate the positives. Because there's a lot of people out here, they will just distract you. They don't care where you're from. They don't care who you are. All they just know is what you got and what they don't have. They are just going to just destroy it or even just give you a bad reputation. They'll talk shit about it, but you know what? Let them talk shit about it. At least you know what you got and what you got going on. Doesn't really matter what anybody else has to say. And I think that's the problem with certain people. It's like words really get to them, you know? But we got to learn stoicism. Just got to learn how them words just doesn't affect you at all. It doesn't mean nothing. Now, some people might say, oh, well, positive words, you know, what's the difference between that and negativity? Well, listen, some people don't take positive advice. That's true. But you know what? If it's a road for you to success, and in your mind you have the vision to figure it out, go for it. Just do it. Go for it. I mean, that's what I did on this show. You know, and you know, that's another thing too I need to talk about. It's like when my Black Magic switcher, when it went out, I really said to myself, like, man, I really need a new switcher. And this bad boy right here, you know, the Rodecaster Video, was like, you could get it for like $1,100, but I bought it for like $1,200. And I did more research to see if it would connect to my old Rodecaster Pro. So I'm hearing no, then Google saying yes. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and buy me a new audio interface. Audio interface. So I could have got the Duo, which was a little bit cheaper, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna get the Rodecaster 2 Pro. This right here. And all this is pretty much like $2,000. And then I sat back and I realized, I was like, yo, that just shows you how much you have love for something. When something breaks, when something doesn't work, you have two options. You can stop messing with it, or you can improve it to make your quality a lot better. And that is what I decided to do. It's just to take the qualities a lot better. So that's when I was like, yeah, you know, I have love for the hashtag #TheVersaShow. And the same way for the 200 subscribers as well. For the 200 subscribers on hashtag #TheVersaShow, you know, that believe in this show the same way that I believe in this show. The vision that I have that's going on right now, like, it's happening. It's happening. And I thank God for that, you know what I'm saying? And man, like, and the people that supported me as well, I thank them as well. So, you know, thank you. You know, it's like I told one of my friends, man, you know, 200 people's on my back, and I'm gonna carry them as much as I can, as well as it takes. So, but like I said, man, if you have a vision of yourself to go out and be successful and to do whatever it is that you need to do in life, just go and do it. I know I said it so many times here on this podcast, but I know there's a lot of people out there that they feel down. They feel like they're not in a position where they want to be. That's including myself. But you know what? I'm here. I built a podcast. I have an album out. I have singles out. I have photography photos out. I'm working on a tattoo project. So, and also too, you know, she's back on my good graces. Shavante. Shout out to Shavante. the art assassin. The art assassin, Shavante, man. She's finally working on a tattoo. It's looking great. So, but she still got more to go. But, you know, just a little side note. On the last episode, we just gonna forget about that. That's all. Forget about it. It's nothing. But anyway, so, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. It's like if you go out and do what you love to do to make yourself happy, and everybody else is trying to shut you out of it, then they don't matter. You shut them out too. Just being real, right? Let's keep it at that. Wow. But anyway, let's go ahead. I'm going to switch some gears here, all right? Let's go ahead and get into some sports talk. Let's go and get into some sports talk. All right, listen. I was going to search up the scorecards for the NFL, but I'm going to let you guys go ahead and Google that for the NFL and the NBA. So I'll let you guys go ahead and figure that out. But anyway, I remember watching Denver, and it was Denver and the Buffalo Bills. And it was a pretty good game, you know, Josh Allen doing his thing and whatnot. But I didn't see who won. No, I think the Bills won. The Bills won, I think. Yeah, I think the Bills won. So, but listen, like I said, man, I still got Patrick Mahomes, man. Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is going to take it home once again for Kansas City Chiefs. And like I said on the previous episode, they signed that man a pretty good deal. And I thought that, you know, because signing players like that is like a championship or bust. You know what I'm saying? He just so happens to be a champion. I mean, the dude hasn't even been in the league for 10 seasons. And he already has three Super Bowls, right? Four Super Bowl, three. This guy has a lot of Super Bowls. I don't even know how much this man has. I know he has 3 NFL's MVPs. I think, yeah, I know he has 3. How much did Patrick Mahomes? I think he has 3 Super Bowls. But anyway, either he's going for his 4th or his 5th, whatever. But that dude's a champion. Patrick Mahomes, man, that dude is a dangerous quarterback. And a lot of people want to talk about Tom Brady. All right, cool. Talk about Tom Brady, but we cannot just, you know, deny the fact, okay, about this man, Patrick Mahomes. We just can't. Like, this man, Patrick Mahomes, is dangerous. He's dangerous. In him and Travis Kelce, but don't get me wrong, them two, they do remind me of Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski. No, hold up. Wait a minute. Now, I wish Randy Moss would have stayed a lot longer with the Patriots, because Tom Brady and Randy Moss, they went 18-0. Was it 17-0? And they went to the Super Bowl against the Giants and they lost, but still, undefeated record. I thought that was a good duo. But you know what? If you guys are really watching this episode, comment below on who you think is the best NFL duo. In the NFL, who had the best duo? You know, was it Eli Manning and Victor Cruz, or Eli Manning or Brandon Jacobs? Would you say Rob Gronkowski and Tom Brady, Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes? You know, who, or you know, there's other duos too in the NFL. Like, who you think is a great duo? Because I think Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski, I think them two, I think they pretty much got the spot of the best duos in the NFL. I think. But at the same time, Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes, they are proven that they are the best duo in the NFL. And I you know, maybe so. But I don't know. You guys comment below this what you think is the best duo in the NFL. But NBA talk, right? So again, I'm so sorry, but I really don't follow the NBA like that anymore. But I'm kind of starting to, because they kind of picking up with the skills and the layups and the shots and all that. But still, man, it's just these guys shooting these threes. Like, they cannot escape the threes. Adam Silver, make a rule. Give him 10 threes a quarter. First quarter, 10 threes. Second quarter, 10 threes. Third quarter, 10 threes. Fourth quarter, 10 threes. That's it. Only limited with 10 threes. And let these guys shoot mid-range, get to the dunks, get to the layups, cross the motherfucker out and get to the layup. Come on. Let's get into some basketball, please. Please. But from what I know so far is I'm looking at Dallas Mavericks. They looking pretty strong on the West. Man, Golden State really flopped. Man. And my question is, does that look bad for Steve Kerr? I hope not, because to me, I still think Steve Kerr is just one of the top 5 greatest coaches in the NBA, hands down. Steve Kerr. I still think he's one of the top 5 greatest NBA coaches ever. Head coaches. But this right now, ever since Klay Thompson left, it's like, things just went downhill. But it's a little resemblance of when Andre Iguodala left and he went to play with Miami and he went to the finals and he lost and he came back to the Golden State in 2021-2022 season and he won with the Golden State Warriors, which I was very happy because it was just odd to see Draymond Green, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson with 4 rings and then like Andre Iguodala with 3. He was the originator, with the Golden State. 2015, 14, 15, he was there. When Andre Iguodala was playing for the Sixers, went to Golden State. So I was very happy when he won his 4th ring with Golden State. I mean, even if he could have won his, let's say he could have won his 4th ring with Miami and then won his 5th ring with Golden State, I can understand him as a champion, but just going back to Golden State to win a champion, and he won one with Miami. I don't know. It kind of loses his niche there with Golden State, but he lost with Miami, went back to Golden State in the 2021-22 season, and he won the championship there, his 4th championship. So Golden State, I don't know. They just. But let's just see what happens. Now on the East side, the Bucks looking pretty strong. I think the Bucks might go back again. The Sixers might go back again. Boston might go back again. So I'm not gonna put my hat off with Boston. They got a chance. Knicks. Don't get me started with New York, okay? Please don't get me started with New York. Because New York, they kind of got a chance, but at the same time, it's like, do they really got a chance? Do they? Because I'm sick of, like I said, don't get me started with New York, okay? Because I'm sick and tired of these New York teams going to the conference finals, going to the finals, and then they don't get the job done. Yes, the WNBA, the New York Liberties, they got it done, okay? Congratulations. But it sounds like more of the hungry sports fans. They want the male version of the sports league to win the championship. And I understand. It's like, if they had a league with football for women, right? And then let's say Kansas City Thunderwolves, let's call them, I don't know, let's just call them Thunderwolves, the Kansas City Thunderwolves, right? And there's a female football league, and they have so happen to won a championship. Like, I don't think a lot of people are going to be like, hooray, yay, we're going to celebrate. No, they want the Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. You see what I'm saying? And it's just always been like that. It's just always been like the men's sports is just so more viable, more important to these hungry sports fans. But hey, like I said, New York, we got the WNBA championships right now, so we could have got the Yankees. That would have been huge. But Shout out to. Well, like I said, we're gonna get into LA. We will get into LA. That's gonna be news talk. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm done with sports talk because, like I said, I really don't follow basketball as much. Oh, matter of fact, hold on. Back to sports talk. It's really, with Monday Night Raw was on Netflix, and here Monday, today is gonna be back on Netflix as always. Duh. But it was great. It was a great show. Great show. Shout out to Raw on Netflix. Yeah, that's one thing I really need to talk about was that, first of all, Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa, that was a good show. That was a good battle. Roman Reigns came out with the victory. Rhea Ripley, she's back on top. Mommy's back on top. She's the Raw's Women's World Champion. And who knows, Charlotte might come back. So be careful. But anyway, and then there was another match. I can't really remember, but I'm so sorry. I think it was for the Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament. But anyway, all I know was CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. That was one hell of a match. Shout out to both of them. They put on one hell of a match, them two, and I think CM Punk really proved the point. Not to just Seth Rollins, but to the fans that doubted him. I think he really just showed to everybody that, like, listen, he still got it. He's 46 years old. He still could kick ass and take names. So what's more for CM Punk? Let's see if he's going to win the Royal Rumble. Because last Royal Rumble, he was supposed to win, but, he got injured. I think he torn his, something torn from his tricep or something like that. But let's just see what happens. And a lot of people, Roman Reigns going to be in the Royal Rumble. Who else? Kevin Owens might be in the Royal Rumble. So let's just see what happens at the Royal Rumble. It's going to be fire, though. I know WrestleMania 41 is going to be bananas. So, and a lot of people is going to be showing up there. But anyway, so this is what I really want to get into. So The Undertaker comes out for Rhea Ripley. Cool, whatever. But then here's a part that really got me, right? Hulk Hogan comes out, his theme song hits, and I'm like, oh snap, oh Hulk Hogan. I'm like, all right, cool. Hulk comes out with Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart is waving the American flag. So I'm like, okay, cool, Hulk Hogan. And then Pat McAfee was like, oh, he started to lose his shit. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is, people gonna start chanting Hogan. But actually, it was the opposite. People started to boo Hogan. So I'm like, wait a minute, are these boos? They booing Hogan? For real? Damn, then Hogan, you know how Hogan is. Let me tell you something, brother. And boo! I've been slamming Andre the Giant since 1988, brother. And everybody started getting booed. And the part that I was laughing the most, but he was like, even though Stone Cold Steve Austin got a beer, I got a beer too, brother. It's called the Real American Beer, brother. People are like, boo! They did not want to hear Hulk Hogan. It even sounds like they didn't even want to see Hulk Hogan. So he should have came out as Hollywood Hulk Hogan. I think that probably would have made more sense. But if he would have came out as that black and white Thunder Hulk Hogan NWO straight from Hollywood, yeah. Then the whole booze would have made a lot more sense. But anyway, so they boo Hulk Hogan and whatnot. So, hey, y'all, I guess they're tired of that red and yellow. I guess they're tired of it. And it's not the first time, to the people that were surprised. He been booed when he was in WCW. When he first got to WCW, they loved him. But then after a while, people was like, ugh, we get tired of this, eat your vitamins and, So they got tired of that. Plus the whole dynamic was changing too. So that's why he went to Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Joined with Kevin Nash and rest in peace to Scott Hall. And became one of the best heels in the wrestling business. So, sorry, Hulk Hogan. I'm very sorry, bro. But there's questions, though. Were they booing him because they're tired of the red and yellow? Or was they booing him in a political way? Because I'm thinking maybe they booing him in a political way. I don't know. But they booed the Hulkster, man. You know, should have came as Hollywood Hulk Hogan. That would have made a lot more sense. And plus, too, if I'm not mistaken, the Real American Beer logo, wasn't that white letterings and black background? Right? Ain't the NWO is white letters and a black background? I think it would have made more sense, man. But anyway, and speaking of Raw on Netflix being in Los Angeles, let's go ahead and get into some news talk, ladies and gentlemen. Some news talk. First of all, I just want to give a huge shout out to all the firefighters and all the helpers out there in Los Angeles right now. Shout out to you guys, to the firefighters out there. And, you know, also to, you know, apologies, you know, myself, the Versa, and here on hashtag the Versa Show, apologies to the ones that has lost their homes as well, too. Now, and also, too, I want to give myself, I mean, not myself, but I want to give an apology as well to Paris Hilton. The reason why, because, you know, she tweeted out like, oh, you know, I'm so hurt that my house is burnt down. I don't want nobody else home to be burnt down. And I commented like, you know, it's pathetic because it's like there's other places and states. And there was one, when I posted it, you know, when I comment on that post, there was a burning building in Brooklyn. People lost their homes. People lost their lives. And it was like, where's your grievance? Now, maybe she hasn't heard about it, but maybe you should really start looking into these places that's being burnt down as well, that these people are losing their homes as well. And there was a fire in the Bronx as well, too. A apartment building was on fire. So, you know, my apologies to them. You know, God, please, God. I know most people, they're not religious, you know, and some people they are. But the ones that they are religious, just keep God in mind. Just keep praying. You know, He's there to help each and everybody that is in dire need. So, you know, again, my apologies and condolences to anyone that lost their lives in the fires or lost their families or friends into the fires. But my apologies to the ones that lost their homes, to the ones in California. You know, Paris Hilton is donating $100,000 to the people that lost their homes in California. So, Paris Hilton, respect on that. Respect on that. Now, I might be talking about Paris Hilton, all right, but I'm not gonna forget this guy right here, Mr. Jerome. Game. Big, huge shout out to Game, man. Compton's own. You know, shout out to Game, man. So, Game, he's out there in Los Angeles, and he's helping out the firefighters. He himself too is out there helping out with people that lost their homes. Game is out there doing his thing, and you know that to me, when I saw that, and I hope that, you know, it's just not for just social media posts. If Game is really, really doing it, and it seems like he's really doing it, that is what I'm talking about when it comes to helping out the community. And that's what you talk about when somebody is really about their city. You know what I'm saying? They're really about what they say on the music or however they preach. They're really about it. And Game is about it, man. Shout out to Game, man. Game is out there in Los Angeles. And there's other people out there too. There's other people out there in Los Angeles that are doing their thing. They're helping out. They're helping out the firefighters. But, you know, mainly, huge shout out and respect and honor to the Los Angeles firefighters, man. The true first responders that was out there doing their thing. You know, one guy that was videotaping on Instagram, he was like, man, this is literally was like hell on earth. And the way that he was showing California, it literally looked like hell on earth. It kind of reminded me of the movie This Is the End. And I was, and no joke, seriously, because just the scene, like, damn, like you would never think that California will look like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it looked like it's on hell on earth, like it's on fire. And I pray for the ones that's lost their homes and that lost their lives. Like I said, I'm very sorry. My condolences. My prayers to them. If I had like $1 million, trust me, I'd be donating like $300,000. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not from California, I'm from New York. Got the logo tatted on me, which would get redoed. Shavante, Art Assassin. But anyway, from New York. I always said, my soul is from Los Angeles. For some reason, my soul is in Los Angeles, and I would love to help, but in the meanwhile, just want to give Los Angeles my prayers, and Los Angeles, stay strong, stay strong. Here in New York, we got burning buildings too, and we're staying strong. Los Angeles, I know you guys will stay strong as well too. I know Los Angeles will stay strong. They will stay strong. And it sucks the way that it looks right now. And like the guy said, it's like hell on earth, and it sucks. It really, I was thinking to myself, like, imagine New York was just straight on fire like that, and people be panicking. I mean, it was like 9/11, when the plane hits and dust and fire was coming down, people were starting to panic. It was like hell. But in situations, from what I have learned in situations like this, is that, again, like I said from the beginning of this show, gotta hide the negative and accentuate the positive. And like I said, like Paris Hilton in The Game and others as well in Los Angeles, they are hiding the negative and they're accentuating the positive. And the positive is, listen, this fire is not going to affect us. We are going to take out this fire, and we are going to rebuild Los Angeles, and Los Angeles is going to have a better change. And that is what it's all about. That is what it's all about. So, again, shout out to the ones that's out there that's helping the peoples with the fires in the houses and the the stores, I should say, really, the buildings. So, man, I was gonna say, but it's hashtag #TheVersasShow, but I was like, listen, ever since that man was elected, it's just like, and rest in peace to Jimmy Carter. He passed away. He was 100 years old. There was a picture of him and his wife. And Jimmy Carter had that army suit on, and he was smiling. I'm like, okay, Jimmy Carter, man. Jimmy Carter looked like he could get any girl. You know what I'm saying? But rest in peace to Jimmy Carter. But Trump and Obama was sitting next to each other, and you can see Trump over here whispering at Obama, and Obama over here laughing. So and it kind of made me laugh too. Like, I wish that's what we should really see as a country, which is named the United States, regardless, like, it's the United States because the States is all connected together. No, us as people is united as well. If you was born in America, you are an American citizen. If you got your American citizenship from another country and you came here to America, then you know what? You became part of us, okay? Regardless what anybody says. Some people might dislike what I'm saying, but you know what? Fuck them, okay? It's true, all right? If they come to our country and they just decide to better our country, then they are part of us. If they are trying to worsen our country, then they're not part of us. But all I'm saying is that, look, is us as Americans to see Obama and to see Trump sitting next to each other talking, and Obama with that amazing smile laughing and Trump laughing too, regardless what the conversation was. The conversation gonna be like, yeah, I went to Pennsylvania and I told him, I was like, look, Camila is not gonna win. She's not gonna win because I got millions and millions and billions of people behind my back. And Obama's like, oh, okay, Donald. Okay, all right now. Okay, listen, you still lost the last election. Let's not forget about that. All right. Yeah, but you know what? But even though I lost from Sleepy Joe might have got me. But you know what? I got her. I got two girls. Just like tonight, I have two girls, Melania and my ex-wife. That's right. We're going to share beds, and Michelle might watch. Just like millions and millions and billions of people. But I'm just saying, just who knows what that conversation could have been like between them two. All I know is that Kamala and George W. Bush, they was like, yeah, we're not going to associate ourselves with this guy. We're going to stick to deuces and call it, exclusive. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, that's what we need to see is Obama and Trump, whatever the conversation was about, talking and laughing and having fun. You know what I'm saying? Not having fun, but just having a nice, good, decent adult conversation. So, but anyway, so shout out to Los Angeles. And like I said, Los Angeles will get stronger and they will get fixed and it will have a better change. Shout out to the ones that's helping them. And, like I said, man, regardless who our president is, from male to female, us as American citizens, we still got to stay united as one. All right? That's it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this show up. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Versus final word. Versus final word is real simple and real easy. Like I said, a lot of things is going on already on 2025. One person told me, 2024 might seem a bit better, but I'm like, listen, we only been past 10 days in 2025, okay? So let's just relax and calm down, okay? Really. We don't know what the future have for us, or has got for us, I should really say. We don't know what the future really has for us. But all I know is that we should just come together as Americans and figure out what to do what's best for this country. Even in California, they're struggling because they're talking about how they have no water. And mind you, remember, Michigan, they having trouble too with their water as well too. So let's just see if we could get better like governors and mayors in our cities and see if we could really protest even harder and more. Just like I've been seeing from the 80s and 90s, even from the 90s. I remember with the whole crack epidemic in California, where people was gathered. There were about 60 or 70 people, and the guy that worked at the CIA, he was there, and he just wanted to know what's going on in the cities. And the people was there telling them like, yo, man, you guys bringing in our drugs, you affecting our communities, and then you putting us in jail like we the problems. We got to start doing that again. If shit goes down, come together and let's talk. All right? That's it. Instead of, having somebody waving the American flag and get booed. So let's talk it out and walk it out. No pun intended from that song, but what I mean is listen, we could compromise better as a country, all right? Cool. And also too, follow your dreams, all right? Follow your dreams, keep doing what you do, love to do what you do. Even if you're in a position that you don't want to be, trust me, it's not for long. It's just temporarily. Keep working on your craft. Just keep going. Anyway, I got to close this show up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could have gotten into some music talk too, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Well, what is there to talk about with music? And they was talking about a downfall with rap music. Is that true? Comment below if you feel like rap music is having a downfall. Cause I think the same thing too. Like, I think rap music is not the same. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if they got, Kendrick Lamar is doing his thing with Not Like Us, and Drake is still trying to push music as much as he can. But I still think when it comes to hip hop, it's different now. Is it about people paying attention, people not paying attention? I don't know. But what I do know is that it has slowed down. And I've said it many times before, is that there's really no meaning into hip hop now, like today's era. There's really no meaning. Like I was listening to one song, and I was getting tattooed. Once again, Shavante. I was getting tattooed, and she plays her little songs, whatever songs that she be playing. Not the songs that I be playing though, because I'm a little bit old school. But the song that she was playing, the rapper, he had like some kind of hold on, let me see. Try to get. Oh, here we go. No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. What's this one? Or it's like, every time and I own, this and I'm making it come, this and I'm making it come, money just coming to fun. I've been there making my money to tight, I've been there making the money all right, they could just making it all right. And I'm like, yo, what is you saying, my guy? Making the money, then we got to fight. Here's the chicken, the women tonight. You get a gun, making a slight. And I'm like, this is what we got to in hip hop. This is, oh God. So I can see why it's just getting low. And I hope some of you youngins, I hope you guys wake up, because the 90s, to me, nothing defeat the 90s, man, when it comes to the 90s rap. '90s rap was just straight bananas. Really. I mean, come on. I mean, who you guys have? Like what? NBA Youngboy, Kodak Black, Meek Mills, Drake, J. Cole. When back then it was like DMX. Sorry about that. DMX, Ice Cube, Jay-Z, Kanye West, Busta Rhymes, Wu-Tang Clan, Tupac, Biggie, Special Ed, like I mean, I can go on and on. Lil Wayne, when Lil Wayne was out, and most people say, oh, Lil Wayne started it because then Young Thug came in. Nah, man, Lil Wayne dominated the 2000, what was it, the 2011, no, was it 2000s? Yeah, the 2000s, when the Carter was coming out, when Lil Wayne was dropping the Carter 1, 2, the Carter 3, which won Grammys, and I believe they also got a rap album of the year. When Wayne was dropping the Carters, and let's not forget, when Wayne was dropping the mixtapes. What? Dedications? The dedications? Sorry for the wait? No ceiling? Where we? Like, is mixtape still happening today? Because I remember when Joey Badass and Fabulous, man, with his Soul Tape mixtapes, man, but, Lil Wayne with his mixtapes, bro, and Future too, when Future came out with his mixtape, Gucci Mane with the mixtapes, oh, man, Young Jeezy with the mixtapes, and of course you have DJ Drama, Gangsta Grizzle, that mixtape as well. Man, yeah, music has changed. Music has definitely changed. It has changed. But, I probably was slowing down on the 90s, but, there's so many of LL Cool J as well, too. Cannabis was a heavy hitter. Method Man, Redman, Eminem, those guys came from the 90s, but, when people be telling me like, oh, Kodak Black is a great rapper, no disrespect to Kodak Black for doing what he's doing, but it's like, if I gotta put him in the 90s era, I don't know. I don't think that would go well. I don't think it will go well. You know, even with NBA YoungBoy. Again, this is no disrespect. Like with Blueface and, you know, what was the other one? Why is Sully Nelly, something like that? I don't even know these boys' alphabet names and shit like that. But all I know is that these young kids, you know, they did not hip to what's like realistic, like with the Nas, man. When Nas came out, Mobb Deep, Styles P, Jadakiss, Street Luch, like the Dipset. When Dipset came out, Cameron, Santana, Jarrell Santana, Jim Jones, J.R. Ryder, Hell, what's her name? It was Jaja. What her name is? I could be wrong, but man, it was like when those guys was out and running in them 90s and the 2000s. That was real rap. That was like Nelly. And, you know, even with Lupe Fiasco, too. Like, when he came out, Common, Mos Def, Tawib Khalib, you know, like, those, like Q-Tip. Come on, man. You talking about going up against these new generation rappers? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I'm so sorry. Ain't no way. That's why rap is dying, because the real rappers that I know are like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, Jonas Lucas, Joey Badass. Is Big Kurt still rapping? Well, Big Kurt is really good. Killer Mike, you know, like those guys, like to me, those are real rap / hip hop artists. You know, 50 Cent hasn't been really doing any music though, but still at the same time, 50 Cent could still get down when it comes to music. And him too in his era. 50 Cent when he came out in the 2000s. You know, like these new rappers, they just don't get it. You know, it's just more like grills and a heavy chain and tattoos all over their face and bodies. And even though I'm getting my tattoos done, it has nothing to do with these rappers. It's just I love the artwork. But still, it's like they have the image, but they don't have like the lyrics, they don't have the poetry, they don't have the flow, they don't have like the meaning, the resemblance that someone could relate to, the way that Eminem made like Stan, or Jay-Z made Song Cry, you know, or Ghostface Killer making a song that people could relate to. Like these are like real hip hop artists, you know what I'm saying? Like Rakim, Raekwon, you know, like Big Daddy Kane, Biggie, Pac, Eazy-E. Regardless, most people say, "Oh, Eazy-E." Eazy-E was a great rapper, regardless of what you guys say. You know, even though he didn't write his lyrics, but he has the voice of a hip hop artist, and his rhymes wasn't trash. Regardless who wrote them, it could be Ice Cube, it could be MC Ren. Those were straight up heavy hitters. So, I mean, that's why I think rap is really dying down. Even the people from the South, like Gucci Mane's the man, Jeezy was the man, you know, even with Kanye West at the time was the man, you know, even with the female rappers today, I'm not really feeling them, you know, like y'all like Sexy Red. I'm not really down with Sexy Red, you know, give me that Foxy Brown, you know, give me that Little Kim, Remy Ma. Even though she going some shit with Papoose. Remy Ma, don't fight that girl, please. You know, she's a boxer. Unless you go into training, do your thing. But in the meanwhile, don't fight that girl. But with female rappers, man, even Charlie Baltimore, you know, but yeah, these female rappers, you know, they different. You know. But anyway, I'm sorry, I'm over here talking. I'm giving you guys an extra 10 minutes. I'm supposed to be closing the show, and you know, talking about hip hop, you know, so did that little hip hop talk, you know, a little music talk. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you once again for viewing #TheVersa Show. And you should already know to do these 3 things. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, seriously, thank you once again for viewing hashtag The Versa Show, and thank you for your subscription. And listen, if you are new to this channel, you make sure that you just subscribe now to the hashtag The Versa Show channel. All right. So just press that subscribe button, and you can press that like button as well too, because I'm gonna keep coming. I'm gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? And as well too, make sure that you follow me on Instagram. If you have any questions that you want me to answer, just go ahead and DM me. You feel me what I'm saying? About sports, about vibe talk, about music talk, about politics, about news talk, relationship talk. Anything that you want to ask me, just go ahead and DM me, because I really do appreciate the support that you guys giving me. You know what I'm saying? And also too, as well, we cannot forget that we are 10 more episodes left to the 100 episodes.
We have 10 more episodes left. Yay!
Anyway, 10 more episodes left until we reach the 100th episode. And as well, ladies and gentlemen, you mark it down on your calendar, because February 20th is going to be the second anniversary of hashtag The Versa Show. I mean, it's amazing, man. I really look back and I was like, wow, I had my first anniversary, and now, we are a month ahead of the second anniversary of hashtag The Versa Show. So we got 10 more episodes left to the 100th episode, and we got a month left until the second anniversary of hashtag The Versa Show. I mean, God bless. I mean, amazing. So listen, like I said, mark it down on your calendar. February 20th will be hashtag The Versa Show's second anniversary, and I can't wait, because every anniversary, and I promise I will have a cake. I promise, all right? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so I thank you so much for viewing hashtag The Versa Show, and you should already know that it's the best podcast around, and I am the Versa. And I see you guys on another episode here on hashtag The Versa Show, and I got to leave you with
peace into the Middle East.
Productions.
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? I thank you for watching the latest episode on hashtag The Versa Show. For more new episodes, you make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell for more new episodes. And if you have any questions to ask, to get my answer on this show, make sure that you add me on Instagram at The Versa. And also too, can't forget to follow too, so press that button as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching. Until next time, hashtag The Versa Show, the best podcast around.